This is my predicted Springbok team for the second test against the All Blacks in Cape Town this weekend. Before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. That will be greatly appreciated, as it will help me on my journey to become the #1 sports content creator in South Africa. Let's start with the front row, the engine room. I believe we're going to go unchanged, or Rassie is going to go unchanged. Number 1, we're going to put Oxen Chair. Number 2, Bongi Mbonambi. And number 3, the tank, Frans Malherbe. In the locks, I believe that they're going to put Urban Etzebeth back, a much welcomed return. Although Pieter-Steph du Toit did a phenomenal job and got through again, tireless amounts of work on the weekend at 4, I believe Urban is going to slot right back in. We need him, that physicality, that enforcer, to really bring that physicality, that go forward, so we can get across the advantage line and allow outside backs to get into a bit of space. And then at 5, I think there's only one man at the moment who can play 5, is Ronokia, who got through the bucket load of work, and I think he got 10 line-out takes on the weekend. So yeah, he went really well. And in the Springbok DNA is having a good set piece, and he was a guy who I believe got our line-out working, and is really crucial to that, to get our line-out going and really have a base to attack off of. He's not the biggest ball carrier, or he does carry, but he's not sort of that big presence that you'd get in like a Lewitt or one of the other locks. But with at the moment, with the carriers that we have, you look at a Jasper Visser, who flipping went incredibly well on the weekend, carrying hard, softening those shoulders for other guys to run into spaces, and a guy like Pieter-Steph du Toit, who's really incredible. Those guys carrying. I believe that he's got a job to do this weekend and really get our lineouts going, and he did that on Saturday. Now the loose trio, which is an interesting one, because this is probably the place where I believe that there was always the least debate in the Springbok setup over the last couple of years. However, I don't know. We're going to put a scenario together, and at 6, I think that Sir Khaleesi, and I could be very wrong. I'm not in the know. I'm not in the mix of anything to do with injuries and all that. I think by looking at Sir's face, it looks like, from what I've heard, it's fractured his cheekbone, which is, I think, I'm not saying correct, it could be the hardest bone in your body. So he's obviously taken a big knock. So I don't think he's going to be available for the Saturday. However, if he is available, he will start. Please, let me put that as a preface to that. However, if not, it's between Marco van Staden and Kwagga Smith. The only reason I would edge towards Marco van Staden to start is because of the impact that Kwagga has. I mean, if you look at the impact he had coming off the bench against last weekend, first of all, he scored the tries, also getting through lots of work. He's making steals. So I think that impact, and we're going to speak about the bomb squad. I think if we're going to need a bomb squad ever, and if we thought that Joburg was going to be close, this weekend is going to be even closer. There's no altitude. They're not playing at altitude in Cape Town, so it's sort of even playing fields, and this is where our bench is going to need to really be the most impactful. And that's why I believe that they're going to go with Kwagga on the bench, and Marco van Staden, should Sir Khaleesi be injured, I think they'll go with Marco van Staden to start. However, there's also the argument that possibly Kwagga Smith gets a look to start because he's match ready and he's got minutes under his belt. So let me know in the comments. That's one that I'm sort of on the fence about, either between Marco and Kwagga, just for those 2 points. At 7, Pieter-Steph du Toit, first name on the team sheet. I don't know what more to say. The guy gets through work like you won't believe, and it's a real privilege for us to have Pieter-Steph du Toit in our team. He's an incredible rugby player and a real servant of Springbok rugby. And then at 8, we're going to go with Jasper Visser, carried really well. Just on that, at 7, at Ben Jason Dixon, I think, he got pulled at 37 minutes on the weekend, and I think that, we'll get into the bomb squad. And that 9-10 combo, I keep speaking to people about this 9-10 or this 10, first of all, the 10 position, and for years, I mean, it was always Andre Pollard who was our #1 10. Now you're looking at a Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu who's come into the mix and really shaken things up, and he's starting really important test matches at 10 ahead of Andre Pollard, and Pollard sitting on the bench. I think they're going to go with Sasha again for continuity. He's also a young guy, like, it's just class, a real confidence about him. He's got that dog. I think he's. I'm finding it hard to put the words to exactly what I'm trying to say about him, but I believe that he's I think he's really intentional in the Springbok jersey, or when he plays rugby. I think he's very detail focused, and I really believe that he will start on the weekend and should start. And yeah, he's obviously at home went to school at Bishop's province throughout, plays schoolboy rugby here, domestic rugby here. So I think he'll start at 10, and then at 9 I'm going to go with Kobus Reinach. He provides an energy, a real energy that's exciting to watch, and I think him and Sasha, when our forwards are on the front foot and providing that getting over that vantage line, it's not only getting meters, but it's also softening shoulders of the All Blacks and creating spaces, creating that disconnect of a defensive line. Of the All Blacks, which allow Sasha and a Kobus Reinach to start playing a little bit quicker, getting guys into gaps. Jesse Kriel on the outside. So yeah, I believe that'll be our 9-10 combo. In the centres seem to be our loose trio of old in terms of probably the most settled. I think they're going to go Damon Delindu. I thought she's brilliant on the ground this weekend, and pretty. I'm going to say flawless is a difficult word to live up to, but I thought he was flawless. Besides that one pass to Geordie Barrett where they intercepted it, brilliantly read by Geordie and the All Blacks. But also, actually, if you look at it, and maybe I'll put up a clip now, but if you look at it, if Damon gets that pass away, Sear's right through a gap and in space. We know Sear actually has quite a turn of speed. So, one pass, he gets intercepted, it's looked at as sort of a glaring mistake. However, if he gets that pass through, it's a brilliant move, and we possibly score in the corner. So, yeah, difficult. It's I guess a perspective thing. Well, not a perspective thing, because he threw the offload or threw the pass and was intercepted. But, one day the pass gets off and it's looked at as a phenomenal move. So I think those two will be our centres, pretty settled. And then on the wing, we saw Kurtley Orense try to get up, sort of stumble. I'm pretty sure he's not passed his HIA. I think we're going to go with Makazole Mapimpi to replace him. Mapimpi's a finisher. Scored 4 on the weekend against the Griffins. So he's played a bit of rugby. He played against Oz. He's match ready. You could look at a guy like Kanan Moody. However, he hasn't played international rugby in a while, and Makazole has. So that's why I think they're going to go with Makazole. And then Cheslin, of course. If you look at that guy's power to weight ratio, and the size of him versus what he offers and brings to the table, it's remarkable. He's bumped Scott Barrett, the All Blacks captain, in a lock. I remember, I'll never forget, Cheslin Colbert, the Stormers, was told he was too small. And look at him now, bumping some of the best in the world. It's quite remarkable. Let's be honest. Like, it's from his story to go from people going, he's too small, it's not like, he's not good enough, he's too small, he won't play at the international level, how cuck must this be? People are saying, no, he's good, he's really good, but no, he's too small, so he'll never make it. And then goes overseas, has an incredible seasons there, and then double World Cup winner now, British and Irish Lions winner. Talk about sort of making people eat their words. But yeah, a really incredible story, and really happy that he's found a way to express himself. And then at 15, I'm going to go Fussy. Aside from that yellow card, I thought Fussy brilliant in the air. He's also got like a lot to learn. He's got. I'm not saying that in a negative way, but he's only played a handful of test matches. So for him to be at that level now, it's quite scary to just think what he can be. He's fast, he's electric, his box office. And that 15 jumper becomes really, really interesting to see who gets that between him and Damon when Damon returns. Of course, you can't forget what Damon's done, but it's good to have that competition. And then, of course, Rassie has said that Philly knows his role in the team, whatever that looks like. And then the bomb squad, as I said earlier, if we thought Joburg was going to be tight, this, guys, is going to be even tighter. I mean, the All Blacks are going to have a pretty decent fan base there. It's going to be loud. It's going to be special. I'm probably going to get emotional during the anthem. But yeah, if ever we need impact off the bench, it's going to be this weekend for a tight game. So that's why on the bomb squad, I think it's going to be real tough. And yeah, I think we're going to go 6-2. I don't think we're going to go 5-3, only because I think we're going to want to bully them in the front, sort of get them tied, get backs tackling forwards. As I said, find those soft shoulders, get that space, and to exploit that in the last 20 minutes, because it's equal playing fields. It is at sea level. So I think we're going to go 6-2. On the bench, I think it's going to be Malcolm Marx, who's going to provide that impact off the bench, not only hitting lineouts, but also stealing, disrupting their ball, making the ruck scrappy, not allowing them to play fast, and also on the other hand, hitting rucks and making our ball fast. But I think you're really disrupting the All Blacks ball, stealing them, and then you know how far Sasha can kick. So you're really using him as a guy to disrupt that All Blacks momentum at ruck time, slow down their ruck speed, and then they're going to go. I think they're going to go Gerard Steenkamp, who sort of come out of nowhere and really impressed, and then I think they're going to go Vincent Koch. Then I believe they're probably going to go with BJ Dixon. I think they might play him, or if Salman Murat's fit, I'm not too sure, because it was a HIA, so and I've looked at, I can't find if he's available or not. I think they might go with either one of those two. I think if Murat's fit, I think they'll go with Salman, just because I think they're going to go with Ulrich, and Ulrich and BJ sort of cover the similar positions, and Ulrich seems to have gone really well last weekend. Just stepping, I think it was Mark Talia. Imagine that, incredible. But I think they'll go, if Murat's fit, I think they'll go Salman. If not, BJ Dixon, which will be cool. And then at 21, I think they're going to go Kwagga. As I said, Kwagga might start. I do think that he might go on the bench, start on the bench. That impact again, slowing their ball down, stealing rucks, or stealing balls at the rucks, really slowing their ruck speed so they can't play quick at the end. And then I think they're going to go Grant Williams. I've been a sort of a big someone who's really wanted Grant to start, and the more I think about it, the more I watch Grant play, and as much as I'm sure he wants to start, I believe actually that he's probably better in the looser play. So when he comes on that last 20 minutes, he's flipping rapid, guys. We can't forget that. So I really believe that he could start. Like, it is not, and I think that's what people need to realize. It's sort of equal, like starters and bomb squad are. Like there's no A and B, like, you know, 1 and 2. I really believe that it's all equal. So I think it's more just what you offer, and I think that's the same thing with Kwagga, you know. And then I think they're going to go Andre Pollard on the bench, because I think Andre offers something that you can't buy. And you're not born with, and that's experience. Like, Andre will come on, and it's sort of like an insurance policy. If we decide we need to go back to the old style of play, which I don't think we will, he comes on, he's comfortable with that, and then also he can goal kick. He's a calm head. He's been in tough pressure situations before. This is a match that matters, and he's been in matches that matter. So I think to have a guy like that coming off the bench, cool, sort of like a Villy role, I think he will do that, and be the number 23. So folks, that is my predicted matchday 23 for the Springboks against the All Blacks in Cape Town this weekend. If you liked the video, if you found value in it, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing YouTube more. I feel like I need to. It's something that I've avoided, but there's a famous quote that's saying the magic you're looking for is in the work you've been avoiding. So this is hopefully a bit of magic that's going to come out of this YouTube, and yeah, really I think it provides a more of an opportunity for us to get to know each other, I guess, and yeah, speak a little bit more, and yeah, really have a little bit of fun with it. So thank you very much for watching. If you reached this far, I'll see you tomorrow. We got another one, and a Wednesday is going to be a interesting one, because it's going to be my unpopular opinion Wednesday. I'll see you on the next one.